Hi, everybody. So I decided to do a pick a pile reading for the week ahead. So we're going to use all these four decks. We will choose one card from each deck to build up our four piles to help us determine the energy of the week ahead and also to help us determine the focus for the week ahead, what to embrace, what to watch out for, and what to let go. So here we go. I have pre shuffled all these four decks just to make sure that they have no remaining energy from the past readings that I have done with them. So let's build up our first pile. This card will represent the focal point for the week ahead for pile number one. This one will represent what to embrace for the week ahead. This one will represent what to watch out for. And this one will represent what to let go. And we'll repeat the process, but we'll start from another deck. So for pile number two, this one will represent the focal point for the week ahead. This one represents what to embrace. This one represents what to watch out for. And this one represents what to let go. Okay. Okay, let me just move this so you can see the entirety of each pile. Now we'll start. We have four. Okay, now we'll start building up the third pile. For the third pile, this card will represent the focal point for the week ahead. This card will represent what to embrace. This card will represent what to watch out for, and this card will represent what to let go or release. Okay, and finally, we're building the fourth pile. This one will represent the focal point. This one will represent what to embrace. This one will represent what to watch out for. And this one will represent what to let go. So these are our four piles. And you can start choosing. No? Start choosing, see which pile speaks to your intuition the loudest. And if you want to pick using crystals, let's pick four crystals to represent each pile. Okay, so for pile number one, I think it's an amethyst. Pile number one. For pile number two, pile number two. For pile number three. Nice. Pile number three. And lastly, for pile number four. I think this one is very blue, lapis lazuli. Okay, there you go. Now, you can take your time. You can pause this video. You can meditate a little bit. And when you feel centered and grounded and calmed, when you open your eyes, see which pile or crystal speak to your intuition the loudest, right? And that should represent the pile that will speak most closely to the energy of the week ahead. Okay, so I'm designing this to be a reading that is timeless, meaning it should ring true whenever this reading finds you or whenever you access this reading. Okay, so I am going to post the timestamps of each pile reading on the description box below. Okay, so you can jump right into your reading. Reading for pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Okay, so you can refer to the timestamps on the description box below. You can jump right into your reading, and I'll see you there. Okay, bye. So if you pick pile number 1 with this top card, this is pile number 1 with this top card, or this crystal, welcome to your week ahead reading. Okay, so like we said, the first card that we picked should represent the focal point or your focus or your theme for the week ahead. Wow, look at that. That is a perfect match. The second card represents what to embrace. Yes. The third card should represent what to watch out for. Okay, can you see? Let me erase this so you can see all the cards in their entirety. What to watch out for. And the last card is what to let go or release. Okay, so let's start reading. In the position of focal point, it says here, let's move the others so you can see it. This card says Soul Star Activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Nice. So it feels to me like there will be, the focal point is relationships. The focal point is your connection with others. They might be connections that make you feel challenged, right? But they can also be connections that will make you feel like you are being assisted by the universe, right? Relationships can come in forms of in family, romance, friendships, in your community or in your workplace. Some of them are here to teach us a lesson, to help us grow, and some of them are there to assist us. And so it feels like this week, the focus is on relationships and how those relationships can help you define who you are, right? To help you get to know yourself better, right? Okay, so in the position of what to embrace, it says here, breath of the cosmos. Wow, look at that. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. It feels like what to embrace is trust. It feels like embrace the attitude of trust. Allow for things to happen. Allow for things to reveal itself to you in its own time without forcing things, without setting expectations, right? Just allowing the natural flow of things to reveal itself, to reveal the situation, to reveal the true nature of a relationship or another person or the situation that you are in. It feels like trust, let go, and just allow the universe to do its job. What to watch out for. This is the card that represents what to watch out for. Ooh, take a risk. So it feels like, of course, this is a positive thing, but it's in a position of reverse meaning. So this feels like this is not the time to make uninformed decisions, right? Watch out for decision making because it doesn't feel like this is an opportune time to do it, perhaps next week, right? Or perhaps the week after that. Um, but taking risks, whether they are calculated or no matter how you feel, well informed as possible. Perhaps there are things that are not yet revealed to you. There are things that are not, you may not be seeing the whole picture. And so the advice of the universe is to just pause taking risks this week ahead in the next 7 days. Okay. This is, did we say this is to embrace? Yeah, embrace. This is something that we should, this card represents what to let go. And it says here, look at that. Pretty. Lady of the Lake, new beginnings. Something is about to happen. So it's in a place of letting go. And it echoes this card, this position also, that says what to watch out for. So I feel like it's saying it's not the time for new beginnings, right? Not that you may not know the whole picture, but it could simply be it's just not the right time. Things are not in perfect order, or there are elements that you are still waiting for to make it the best time, the most opportune, or the most lucky time. So, any changes, especially major ones, you are being asked to pause it, right? So, for now, the focal point is on relationships, and see how those relationships allow you to self define, no? To define who you are, to define where you stand, and also to embrace the attitude of trusting the universe and allowing for things to flow in its own time. So I guess yes, perhaps this is talking about a potential partnership, right? And perhaps you're not seeing the entire picture about a certain partner, a person, a group member that you were involved in, and so it, you're being asked to pause and just allow for things to reveal before deciding with finality. Okay? I hope that helps. I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi there. If you pick pile number 2 with this card on top and this crystal, welcome to your week ahead reading. Okay, let's start. So, like we said, the first card that we picked, oh no, this is the first card that we picked, right? So, this first card will represent like your northern star. That is the focal point for the week ahead. The next card will represent what to embrace. The next card will represent what to watch out for, right? And the next card will represent what to let go. So let's look at each card. So this card represents your focus for the week ahead. And it says Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study higher learning. And so it feels like the focus is on growth. The focus is on new learning. So if you are planning to undertake like a new course, right? Or to start something that allows you to grow personally, right? This is just talking about you personally. It's a yes. It's a good time to do that. And so this week, this is your focus. Focus on self growth. self-growth, personal growth, right? Learning, beginning to learn something new, something that you're interested in, maybe a new passion that you've always wanted to engage in but haven't had the time. It feels like this week is a good time to start it, okay? And focus on that. Put a lot of your energy into it. This next card represents what to embrace, right? And it says, it's not mincing words, it says courage. Can you see? I guess anytime we dive into ourselves, into self growth, into learning something new, there is always an element of insecurity, an element of fear, right? An element of hesitation because you're going to be a beginner again, right? And it feels like a place of powerlessness, but you're being asked to embrace courage. Okay. This one, this card represents what you need to watch out for in the week ahead. And it says here, let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, and trust. Okay, so I know that's a positive message, but it's in a place where the meaning is reversed, right? And so, what do you think that means? So, if normally this means to let go and allow for things to flow and happen in its own time, this feels like take matters into your hands, right? It feels like take the initiative, no? Not to wait for things to happen around you, right? I guess what to watch out for is inaction. There will be things that will ask you to decide. There will be events that will ask you to, to decide on the way to act, on the direction to go. And this is asking you not to wait, no, not to wait. Decide now, no, avoid inaction or avoid pointing to others to make the decision for you. It feels like, in a positive way, take matters into your own hands. Take responsibility for the decisions that need to be made. Okay. It also feels like don't procrastinate. Yeah. Watch out for that. Okay. Now this card represents what to let go. And it says here transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. Merkaba activation. So for me, what this feels like is, because when I see the words transcendence, ascension, it's taking yourself out of the physical, right? In a way. And so for me, I feel like you're being called to release those states of fantasy, right? Not that they're higher planes, no, but for me, this is like this energy is housed in our higher chakras, in our higher energy systems, or higher higher chakras located in the higher parts of our body. And so I feel like what this is asking you is just to go down, to bring your energy closer to earth. The week ahead is not about conceptualizing fantasizing, escaping, or right transcending. It's not about that. It's about doing the work, engaging in self growth, no, acting with courage, right? Acting with acting without delay. And so everything here, it's telling you to do the action that is required, not to wait, not to think too much about it, not to engage in fantasies or what ifs, right? In stories that you might make up in your head, to delay action, to delay decision making. So yes, what this card is saying is to release that aspect. No, stop being in your head and just do the action, make that decision. Okay, nice. I hope this gives you something to think about, and also I hope it allows you, gives you some guidance for the week ahead. Okay, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Okay, so if you chose pile number 3 with this card on top and this crystal, welcome to the reading for the week ahead. Okay, so like we said, the top card or the first card that we picked will represent your focus for the week ahead. The next card will be what to embrace. The next card will be what to watch out for. No? And then the last card will be what to release. Okay, let me check. You can see everything. Just doesn't feel like it's aligned. I mean, visually. There you go. That's better, no? Okay. Let's dissect it. So the first card is supposed to represent your focal point. Nice. Whoa. Shadow work. Are you familiar with this? You know, sometimes it's a scary concept, shadow work. For me, it's just getting to know ourselves a little better. There are parts of us that we kind of set aside because we're not ready to face them. We're not ready to admit them, or we're not ready to transform them. And so it feels like this week for you, if there is an opportunity, or if any circumstance, situation, or people show you or point out to you some qualities that you might have that kind of hurt hearing, you are being asked to sit with it before reacting. Just sit with it and see the truth within it. It's an opportunity for you to transform. It's very powerful because anytime we change what's inside of us, even our external changes, right? It does take a lot of courage though. So watch out for that, right? That is your focus for the week. Watch out for circumstances and people that are kind of pointing out to you some traits that perhaps you're not very much aware of that you possess, no? Because perhaps it's time to change them, time to transform them, time to reframe them or use them in a different way. Because all traits can be used both positively and negatively, right? And perhaps you're being shown that this trait, though it may not be useful for one situation, it can be absolutely useful for another, right? Okay, so let's move on. For this second placement of the card, this represents what to embrace. And the card is bounteous, generously given, relationships coming together. And this is a good thing. This is a really good thing because as you do shadow work, it's good to have support, right? It's good to be surrounded by people that will love you and accept you no matter what. You know, they've seen your shadow, but they love you nevertheless, right? So for the week ahead, you're being asked to embrace being with people who love you unconditionally, right? And perhaps they're the ones who will mirror back to you what you need to learn about yourself. No, embrace. Um, it feels like gatherings. It feels like gatherings. It feels like reunions. No, yeah, they might take you back to a time where you were a different person, no, and allow you to see, review aspects of yourself that you've forgotten you had. Okay, nice. So focus on shadow work and allow yourself to be with people who love you unconditionally, who will accept you and will look at you with compassion and kindness. Okay, and it really feels like also embrace if it's gatherings, embrace all the life giving elements of being with others. Sometimes that means food, sometimes that means laughter, love, right? The richness of sharing stories about the past, embrace all that. No, allow it in, allow it to nurture you, allow it to inform you. Okay, so what to watch out for? This card represents that, and it says here Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Of course, it's positive, but when it's in this position, it feels like we're supposed to interpret it as its opposite meaning. And so I guess when it says here embracing, this is what is attracting my eye a lot, embracing sensitivity. So what's the opposite of that is not to take things too personally, right? To watch out for that, because if you take things personally when they are mirrored back to you, right? If you allow yourself to if you allow the emotions to come first and react from a place of being very emotional, you will miss this opportunity of seeing aspects of yourself, of accepting aspects of yourself that needs shifting, right? Because when you take things very personally and you're very sensitive and you're very reactive and emotional, usually the reaction is to point fingers. They are wrong. No, they are the ones who are like that. It's not me. And then that negates your opportunity to see yourself more clearly, no, and change what needs to be changed. So watch out for reactivity, for being too emotional or being overly sensitive. In the place of what to let go, it says here the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. But it's in a place of reverse. So, what does it say when it's telling us not to stop? I think what this is telling me, just give me a moment. Because this, it feels like, it's really more internal, right? It's really more internal. I feel like it's telling you to question, right? Um, because if it's the opposite of going into the womb, I feel it's asking you to birth yourself, right? Going into the womb is to form yourself again. But this is, it feels like embrace winter. Let's see. Let me go deeper into this and feel what it's trying to say when it's in this space. You know, I feel like because you're being asked to do the shadow work, I feel like this is asking you to let go of what is, right? To question what is, no? Not to just stop, accept it, and nurture it, to question it. Um, which makes sense more if you're being encouraged to do the shadow work. So this feels like, because it's saying embrace, and so I really want to go the opposite direction of that, is to no, no, not embrace it. Don't accept it. Yes, you can change. Things can change. It will take work. Yeah. And this feels like instead of going internally, it also feels like look outside of yourself and allow others to reflect back to you what needs transforming. This, yeah, it feels like it does make sense now, right? Because you're being asked to get out of yourself, no? Take yourself out of your routine, who you are, your definition of who you are, right? Through the people that surround you and love you. I feel like it's really an opportunity asking you to let go of what is, right? Let go of what is. Yes, that change can come, right? Just allow it to be shared with you, or allow the people who love you to inform you and show you. Perhaps it won't always be in a way that is loving and gentle and easy to accept, but nevertheless, yes, it will come from, yeah, it will come from others. The opportunity to see yourself more clearly will come from others. Okay. And then watch out for reactivity. Watch out for acting from a place of high emotions and sensitivity. I mean, overly sensitive. Okay? So I hope this helps you, and I hope this guides you for your week ahead. And I'll see you in your next reading. Okay? Bye. So if sorry, if you picked pile number 4 with this top card and the lapis lazuli, welcome to your week ahead reading. Okay, so let's just position it there. And like we said, the first card will give us our focus for the week ahead. The next card will give us what to embrace. The next card will give us what to watch out for. And the last card will give us what to release or what to let go. Okay, so let's dive deep into the cards. So, first, your focal point. It says here the sirens. Use your voice, expansion, and freedom. Nice. So, I guess the focal point, your focus for the week ahead, is to engage in activities that allow you to expand the feeling of freedom within you, right? To express yourself, to communicate your opinions, your feelings, right? It's a form of self protection. It's also a form of self empowerment, right? To allow yourself to grow in power. Because that's what it feels like. Because you can see it's the same person multiplied, right? So it feels like she's expanding. And perhaps there might be opportunities to undertake new roles, like to multitask. And it feels like this week you have the power to do that, right? You have the power to do that. I guess this week you have more energy than usual. That would be awesome, right? Okay, so in the place of what to embrace, we have, it says here, Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom repeats. It repeats. And so I feel like what this is saying now is one of the areas where you can expand is to do things that are different from what you've been used to, or to do things that is not what your family is used to doing as well. It's giving you permission to do something that's out of what is considered normal, usual, or traditional in your lineage, in your family. You're allowed to explore, other aspects of who you are and not just limit yourself to what your family, what your environment, what your community tells you your role is. You can always redefine yourself. You can always expand on on who you are, right? Always. Nice. What to watch out for in this process, okay? The week ahead, watch out for, ooh, it says here, I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. But it's in a place of reverse, right? Even though this is saying one thing, because it's in a place of watch out for that. It feels like, this is the reverse of increasing your power or taking back your power, because this feels like powerlessness, right? This feels like submission, and so it feels like not it's because it's in a place of what to watch out for, right? Watch out for those instances where you diminish your power, right? Where you take the blame, even if it's not yours, where you allow yourself to feel small. No? Watch out for those instances, because that's not the focus. This week, the focus is on freedom, on growth, on expansion. And this might be something that you do automatically. Perhaps it's become a habit to avoid confrontation or to shorten arguments, right? But it feels like this week, this is not the road to take, right? This is not the road to take. What to release or what to let go is this card. It says here the law of attraction. So this feels like because it's in a place of what to let go, and it says attracting. So to me, it feels like watch out. It feels like watch out what you are drawing, or bringing into your life. What you used to be, this past habits, they may have attracted people or circumstances towards you that diminish you, that does not allow you to expand and grow. So it feels like you're being asked to release those old attachments, right? It feels like when you can, when you can release those old attachments, because as you expand, as you grow, you will attract new things, right? And so you want to make space for that. You want to create room for that new version, that new energy. And so it feels like, yes, release those things that belong to your old persona or your old energy, right? It doesn't have to happen in a big way, right? It can also be, in small ways. You can do, I know it's not spring yet, right? Or, yeah, spring has passed, but yes, you can do a little bit of spring cleaning, right? Perhaps there are things that you've collected that don't resonate anymore with you, and you can begin to get rid of that or sell them online. No, that alone creates new energy, opens up the energy for something new. Okay? Okay, I guess my wish is that this helps you and this guides you for the week ahead. And until your next reading, I'll see you then. Bye.